back every now and then to the place on Grafton Street where we met that day and we fell in love playing tunes in harmony. When I saw her face for the first time, I knew right then I had to make her mine. Her lovely smile drove me insane, and I fell in love with Sarah Jane.
There we are. That was the new single Sarah Jane from Nathan Carter, to welcome you back. Now, when we think of the Irish country music scene, he's one man that always comes to mind.
And along with the new single, he's on the move to release a new album towards the end of the year.
Yes, he is the musical gift that keeps on giving, and he's joining us now via Skype. Good morning, Nathan Carter. How are you, buddy?
Hi, Nathan.
I'm very good. I've just made me bed after watching you guys.
I am available to rent out as a bed maker if you want a complete house made of it, Nathan. Good morning, my friend. How are you? All good?
I'm good, yeah. Trying to find ways of keeping busy at the minute, to be honest, because as we know, there's no gigs, but been recording, and thanks for playing that snippet of the new single there. That's been released 2 weeks now. We filmed the video for it down on Grafton Street on a Monday about 2 weeks ago, and to be honest, it was the quietest I've ever seen Dublin.
We were just commenting on that, Nathan. I said to Anna that, that must be made, recently, because the streets are empty, and it looks incredible, actually. And as you say, though, it is kind of strange to stand there morning, noon or night and for the place not to be hustle and bustle.
Yeah, and to be honest, we you can see people with masks on in the video as well, yeah. Which we were kind of a bit weary about. Do we, people watching this in 2 or 3 years' time, maybe, hopefully they'll be watching it, but will we keep masks in or not? But sure, listen, it's the times we're in. I did feel very sorry for all the businesses, though, just because I've never seen it as quiet. And, we filmed from about 7 a.m. till 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and just hardly anybody really shopping or going into the shops. So I really did feel for all the businesses and the shops.
You're so right. It works from a filming point of view, but it's so sad from an economic perspective. Nice that you picked Bewley's to stand outside. So this is two buskers, ultimately. The song is about two buskers falling in love, Nathan.
It is, yeah. This is a song that I co-wrote at the start of lockdown, wrote 3 or 4 brand new songs, and I hadn't really released any new music this year, just with the way things were, and I thought, it might be a good time to stick a lively tune out to try and hopefully raise a bit of spirits and keep any of the fans happy that follow my music, So it was good to release something new, and as you say, it's going to be a track off a new album, which I'm going to release towards the end of the year. Please God.
We've spoken to you, Nathan, on many occasions, and to Jake, and other musicians that we've had on over this very strange times that we're living through. You particularly, Nathan, you spend your life on the road, and you guys who, particularly in the country scene, you're passing each other on the motorways and highways and byways of Ireland, and you're touring internationally. Like, that all changed this year. I'd imagine your entire summer was wiped off the calendar.
Yeah, we didn't do a gig after March the 10th. Was our last gig. It was actually my nan's 80th birthday party. We went and did a gig in Liverpool for her, but that was the last time myself and the lads played live together. And it's pretty strange to go from doing 130, 140 shows a year to doing absolutely nothing for 7 or 8 months. And to be honest, it looks like we're not going to be doing anything in the near future either. But pretty hard on the head, to be honest, to figure out what's going on. You wake up most days wondering, am I in a dream or what's actually going on here, But to be fair, I'm very lucky. I'm kind of busy doing stuff at the house, and I have little projects going on in town. But for the musicians around the country that don't have another any sort of other income or any way of making a living, it's really, really tough. I know even the lads that I tour with in the band and the crew, sound engineers, lighting engineers, the guys that drive the trucks and so forth. It's a real problem that we're not going to have any income for the next foreseeable future, really. And I don't know. It's very worrying times for sure.
Well, it's good that you're honest about it because, you know, we need big names like yourself to talk about how difficult it is for the smaller names who don't have the same platforms that you do. You have been very creative in terms of putting your music out there in different ways, and I know we've all had to be a little bit more creative in these strange times, Nathan. You gave us a gorgeous performance on the Concert for Cancer a couple of weeks ago for the Marie Keating Foundation. You've been busy on TikTok with your brother Jake as well, haven't you?
I have, yeah. Just getting my head around that, to be honest. He came up yesterday, actually, where he jumped out of the basket, and I was not expecting this, and threw the cup of tea all over the hallway. So he's 8 years younger than me, you know, and he gets me bad sometimes. But it's been good fun doing some of that. We were living together during most of lockdown, myself, Jake, and his partner Karen. They came and stayed here in the country with me, so it was good fun. And still trying to figure out TikTok, to be honest. I'm not really sure.
As am I, but you gave us inspiration with that video on the floor. You're much fitter than I had realised, to be honest with you, because when I went to do it with my little boy, I realised how unfit I actually was.
Hey, I'm telling you, that was about the 15th take. Don't worry, if you wanted to see the first 2 or 3. Nathan, as you said, the future, you know, in terms of the industry, the music industry, live music, and indeed theatres, you know, it looks bleak. It's terrifying. In terms of your mental health, how are you planning? You know, how are you looking forward to the next 6 or 12 months? You know, how are you minding yourself?
I don't really know. I honestly do feel for all the musicians and the people involved in the industry, because there's no clear sign from the government or anything really that there's any help on the way, and for the venues as well, to be fair. You know, I mean, there's a lot of theatres that if there's no one going through the doors, then they're probably never going to open again. And if they don't get some funding to help the venue stay there and to help the staff of the venue, the staff, musicians around the country, they're going to have to go and get another job, whether it be working in Tesco's or Dunnes or wherever, you know, and they mightn't just come back to the whole industry as quick, you know. So it's very worrying times, and, you know, we've got to find ways of keeping positive, and hopefully, I mean, I do a lot of Facebook Lives, and I'm going to try and do a show and sell tickets where we can stream the show from a concert stage. I know Christy Moore is actually doing one. Well, it might be this week. This week he done one from the National Concert Hall in Dublin, which is a great idea, that people can pay a small fee to watch a show with him on a big stage and the big lights and production and everything. They can watch it from their living room. So maybe that's the way forward for a lot of singers and entertainers, but I don't know, to be honest. I'm kind of a bit lost myself.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, you know, the government did announce, you know, a stimulus package in July, and, you know, this week we heard details of a €5 million package, but it doesn't seem that that's going to scratch the surface, Nathan. We've just been watching footage of you playing the 3 Arena. You know, it's venues like Whelan's, and it's the small music venues, it's the sessions, traditional sessions in the Mullingar Arts Centre, you know, those dozens of black box theatres around the country that you've toured dozens of times. They're the ones that we really kind of need to be worried about, isn't it? And how do we support them?
Definitely, yeah. And I mean, I don't really have the answers, but I'd like to think that we between some people in the music industry, we can come up with ways of maybe supporting them venues in some way. Because I know with socially distanced crowds, it's not possible to really do a gig. I mean, you take a venue of 1,000 seats, to do it properly and legally, I'd say that it's going to be less than 200 people allowed in the venue, which financially doesn't make sense. It's only going to pay for the venue, the rental of that, and to pay the staff of the venue before you pay the act or the theatre company going in or the actors or whoever. So,
well, look, we don't know what's ahead, but look, you keep being creative, keep the chin up, keep working, and keep releasing great music, and you'll be all right, boy.
We look forward to the album at the end of the year, Nathan.
Thanks, Nathan. Good to talk to you.
TikToks in the meantime. Anyway.
Exactly. Take care, Nathan. Thank you.
Have a great day. Thanks a lot, Karen.
Now, Nathan's new single, Sarah Jane, is available now on all digital platforms.